Okay, so this is Escape from Pompeii. Now, it's written by Christina Ballett. Okay, and as always with these videos, if I ask a question and I say to have a think about it, you can pause the video and have a little think, or speak to your mum and dad or brother or sister. Okay, right. So this is that book that we're covering now. As a quick starter, who can remember where does the book take place? When did the book take place? What was happening on the front cover? And what have we learnt about this week? So the book takes place a long time ago, around the Roman time it does, around when the Romans were around. It takes place in Italy, in a city called Pompeii, which is by the sea. Okay, we had a look at a map on Monday. And this week we've learned all about prepositions, expanded noun phrases, and yesterday we described a setting. Okay, so we're going to read some of the story now, so you'll be able to learn lots about the story. Okay, so it's the first page. On a hillside overlooking the sparkling Bay of Naples, the Roman city of Pompeii glimmered in the sunlight. From his window, young Tranio listened to the noise humming from bars, taverns, and shops around him, and to busy tradesmen haggling in the streets below. Okay, now haggling is when people argue. So, you might have heard it if you've been out shopping, people arguing, saying, oh, no, £2, no, I want to pay £1, £2. Okay, now the city of Pompeii, the Roman city, it's the Roman times, that's a long time ago, thousands of years ago, in fact. Okay, so very long time ago, before internet, before electricity, and so on. Beyond the massive city walls, he could see Pompeii's greatest protector looming in the distance. So here's Tranio, and there is Mount Vesuvius. They called it Vesuvius, the gentle mountain. Could anyone feel safer than here? Tranio wondered. Was anywhere more beautiful? It does look very nice. Wonder what these cracks are, though, in the buildings. We shall see. Tranio was the son of Dion, the actor. Okay, so Dion's his dad, and he's an actor. And he lived with his parents near the theatre district of Pompeii. Now, the theatre was, you might have been to it, and we saw a live pantomime before Christmas. Okay, and you might have been to the theatre before. We've got the Kenneth More Theatre in Ilford. And theatre was really popular in the Roman times. Okay, it was really popular. They didn't have TV, so it was really popular entertainment. Okay, so actors were quite common. And theatre's been around for such a long time. He'd often sneak to the harbour at the mouth of the river, Sarnus, and hide behind sacks of grain. There, he'd watch pots of wine, oil, and spices being carried to and from the ships, or fishermen unloading their rich catches. Okay, so you can see the boats here and people loading it and unloading it. Sometimes Tranio went to the forum, so forums where people would meet and discuss things, to watch the politicians make their speeches. So it's a bit like Parliament as well. The stallholders argue and listen to the poets sing. His favourite song was "Rumble down, tumble down, great city walls, feel the ground grumble, the citizens stumble when the earth shakes, and rumble down, tumble down." Everyone would join in, laughing as they remembered the earthquake tremors. A few years before Tranio was born, there had been a big earthquake in Pompeii, and parts of the town had still not yet been fully repaired. But nobody took tremors seriously anymore. And you can see here the tremor. So remember we did about earthquakes and about how it's two plates rubbing against each other, and that would make the building start to move. You can see here the damage that it's done in the past, but it wasn't such a severe one. It wasn't very high on the Richter scale, clearly. Okay. And that was a long time ago. No one took them seriously anymore. On other mornings, Tranio would shout up to Livia, the baker's daughter, who lived across the street. "Liv, stop curling your hair and come and play jacks. I've got a bag of bones from Mother's kitchen. They're just the right size." So jacks is a game, and Livia's his friend. So here's Livia, there's Tranio, and jacks is a game. Perhaps you can look it up on the internet and find out what it is. And a bag of bones is what he's going to use for his next game. Livia spent most of her time learning to weave and cook. Okay, now remember, children didn't have lots of things that you have now. They've got different ways they had to amuse themselves. But during the hot afternoons, she and Tranio would squat by the fountain playing knucklebones or chase dogs down the street. So here you go. You can see the bone to use. Probably left over from dinner they were. Okay, knucklebones, another game? Not sure what it is. Google it, find out. One hot day, Dion took Tranio through a shady passage. into one of Pompeii's two theatres on the edge of the city, where a pantomime was being rehearsed. "Sit on the steps, son, and learn," said Dion. "We'll be using you in small parts soon." To begin with, Tranio enjoyed watching the sword fights and strutting clowns. The masked actors playing thieves and devils and the leaping acrobats quite took his breath away. But eventually, his attention began to wander. Now, I'm not going to show you the next page, but I am going to read out the first sentence. Then, something happened. Now, what could have happened? Think about all the clues in the story. Think about the clue of the front page. Okay, now your task today is to create a plan of what's going to happen next. You can have a look at the document, read through the ideas, and have a think about what will happen next.